Hello, Endorphins. Welcome to today's quiz. Now, just before we get on into the quiz, we're just going to do a few upper body exercises uh, to maintain our fitness levels. It's always good to be fit before we work our brains for this quiz. Okay, so there's just going to be a few gentle exercises just to work out upper body. You might benefit you to get 2 cans of beans or anything, any cans or anything you can find of equal weight, because we will be doing some shoulder pull downs and some triceps and bicep curls as well. Okay, so you could do with 2 tins of beans or something like. Right, so let's start. Before we do the quiz, we're going to just do this little workout. So we're going to start with some neck rolls. Clockwise. Nice and slowly. Getting full rotation. And then anti-clockwise. There we go. Okay, now we're just going to do some shoulder shrugs. Forwards, some rotational shoulder shrugs. Just working our shoulders here because we're going to work our necks, shoulders, and biceps, triceps. You're also working your core as well as we work through these exercises. Okay, now backwards, backward shrugs. Okay, working on our shoulders, arms out, small circles forward. We're doing this fitness to release those feel-good endorphins in our brains, our minds, and general health and well-being. Now backwards. Okay, now let's do some waist twists. There's 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well done. Okay, it's time for the shoulder press. So we need our weights for this. Just going to do it 10 times. Okay, weights there, and make them touch. That's 1, 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, keep the weights in your hands because now we're going to do chest. So forwards and then a good stretch on the pectoral muscle there. So we'll go 10 times with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Okay, now punches up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Little break there. Always good to have a bit of liquid on board as well when you're working out. My fluid, my orange. Okay, now we're going to work on our biceps. Just going to do some hammer out curls. I'll show you how we do them before we count. Up, out, in, down. That's up, out, flex your muscles, in, down. Let's do that 10 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Well done. Okay, now we're going to work the muscle that's directly behind the bicep, which is the tricep muscle. How we're going to do that is we're going to imagine we're on the end of a ski slope and we're just about to set off. So what we want to do is we want to pull our ski slopes behind us like that as we take off. And as we take off, we're going to squeeze and contract the bicep muscle, okay? So what I want you to do is take off and squeeze the tricep muscle. Let's do 10 of these, okay? Let's go. 1, take it off. 2, 3, good squeeze at the back, remember, contract the muscle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, guys. There's your upper body workout for today. Well done. Save your weights for next time. We don't need them now. As we go into our quiz. So I hope you're all ready and warmed up for this. Okay, so a series of questions. If you don't get them all right, don't worry about that. I mean, I learned some things today, which is fantastic, things I didn't know. So if you don't get some right, and you don't get it right, all you know is you'll learn something. That's a good thing. The ones you get wrong, at least you'll learn something. So that's what we're here to do, to learn and to exercise our minds, because if you don't use it, you lose it, okay? So, question 1 of our quiz is, now for some of these, I may be generous and I may give you a hint or a clue as to what the answer is, and others I may not, so it just depends, okay? So, first question, number 1. How many years are there in a millennium? Again, how many years are there in a millennium? Question 2. What is a baby goat called? I'll give you a clue. You can also call this a child, okay? The same word is used to describe a child. So what is a baby goat called? Got that, guys? Number 3. What is the first name of the snowman in Frozen? I didn't know this because I've not seen any of the Frozen movies. I think I'm missing out somewhere. Again, first name of the snowman in Frozen. Question number 4. Name the cowboy in Toy Story. Again, that's number 4. Name the cowboy in Toy Story. Another film I've not seen. Question number 5. What is the Gruffalo scared of? Don't forget, I'll be giving you the answers. Once I've read through these questions, I will be going through the answers afterwards with you, so don't worry about that. Again, what is the Gruffalo scared of? Okay, the same animal appears in Tom and Jerry, and it's not the cat. There's your clue. Question number 6. What kind of fish is Nemo from the movie Finding Nemo? So what kind of fish is Nemo in the movie Finding Nemo? And the clue is, you might find one of these at the circus. Number 7. What is the biggest animal in the ocean? Again, that's what is the biggest animal in the ocean? Number 8. What planet is closest to the sun? Again, what planet is closest to the sun? Okay, an easy one coming up now. What is the 10th letter in the alphabet? So you just have to count through your alphabet there now to get that answer, which is, what is the 10th letter in the alphabet? Question number 10. How many planets are there in the solar system? How many planets are there in the solar system? Question number 11, which is a clue in itself. How many players are there in a football team? That's question number 11. How many players are there in a football team? Question number 12. What is the fastest land animal? Again for number 12. What is the fastest land animal? Number 13. How many lives does a cat have? How many lives does a cat have? Okay, number 14. What do you call a group of sheep? Again, what do you call a group of sheep? Sounds like sock. Sounds like sock. What do you call a group of sheep? Question number 15. Nala and Simba are what kind of animal? That's Nala and Simba are what kind of animal? Number 16. What is the slowest animal in the world? So we know what the fastest one is. Well, what's the slowest animal in the world? Okay, we're getting geographical now. So how are your geography skills? Which country is famous for its canals, Colosseum, and, there's a good clue, pasta? You don't need me to give you a clue now. So, which country is famous for its canals, Colosseum, and pasta? We've got another geographical question coming up for number 18, which is, which country is home to the Eiffel Tower and Disneyland? Again, that's which country is home to the Eiffel Tower and Disneyland. Now, there are two Disneylands. One of them's in Florida, USA, and the other one is here. And I've been here actually, it was fantastic. Took the kids, we had a great time. Okay, question number 19. What is the smallest country in the world? Smallest country in the world. This was a surprise to me. I didn't know the question. I didn't know the answer. I do now. Smallest country in the world. Number 20. What is the highest mountain in the world? Again, what is the highest mountain in the world? Number 21. What country invented tea? You know the saying, I wouldn't do that for all the tea in blank. Which country is it? Again, what country invented tea? Okay, another question from the Frozen movie that I've not seen. So number 22 is, what is Elsa's first song called in the first Frozen movie? Again, what is Elsa's first song called in the first Frozen movie? I knew the answer to this. Pretty easy, this one. Okay, how are you with your pop boy bands? Number 23. Niall, Liam, Harry and Lewis are members of which group? That's Niall, Liam, Harry and Lewis are members of which group? Okay, number 24. How many different words are there in the Baby Shark song? How many different words are there in the Baby Shark song? Now then, we've got an easy one coming up next for number 25, which is, what song is sung more than any other song in the world? It was sung for me on January the 11th. In fact, it's always sung for me every January the 11th. So what song is sung more than any other song in the world? Number 26, pretty hard one for you guys, pretty hard one, so I'm going to give you a good clue now. What is a female swan called? What is a female swan called? Maybe that's your clue. Maybe there's your clue. What is a female swan called? Number 27. How many legs does an octopus have? How many legs does an octopus have? Okay, we're going to play a little true or false game here. So your answer can only be true or false. So true or false, a mouse can live up to 10 years. Is that true? Is that a true statement or is it a false statement? A mouse can live up to 10 years. True or false? Question number 29. Is a dolphin a mammal? Is a dolphin a mammal? Okay, again, true or false game. So true or false, is a tomato a fruit? So true or false, a tomato is a fruit. Is that a true statement or a false statement? Okay, well, you've had your 30 questions. Let's see how well you did. Okay, so I'm going to read out the question again. Only I'm going to accompany the answer with it this time, okay? So get ready to tick off or make a cross next to the ones you got right, a tick, and the ones you got wrong, a cross, but at least you'll have learned something. So make sure if you get it wrong, you write the correct answer so that at least it'll gone in and you've learned something, okay? That's what we're here to do. Right, let's go. So how many years are there in a millennium? There are 1,000 years in a millennium. 1,000 years. Okay, what is a baby goat called? I gave you the clue saying that it could also be another name for a child, and the answer is a kid. Okay, what is a baby goat called? A kid. Okay, so the first name of the snowman in Frozen. The answer to that is Olaf. Olaf. Question number 4. Name the cowboy in Toy Story. The answer to that question was Woody. Question number 5. What is the Gruffalo scared of? Remember, I said Tom and Jerry. It wasn't the cat, it's the mouse. So what is the Gruffalo scared of? Scared of the mouse. Now, what kind of fish is Nemo from the movie Finding Nemo? Remember I said you might find one of these at the circus? What would you find at the circus? You'd find a clown. Nemo is a clownfish, okay? Nemo is a clownfish. Number 7, what is the biggest animal in the ocean? Of course, that's the blue whale. It's a blue whale. Number 8, what planet is closest to the sun? The answer to that is Mercury. Bit of a hard one that, but at least you've learned something. Closest planet to the sun is Mercury. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure that's the smallest one too, but I could be mistaken, but don't take my word for that, but I'm sure Mercury is one of the smallest, if not the smallest planet. But let's move on. What is the 10th letter in the alphabet? Well, that's the letter J. That's an easy one for you. How many planets are in the solar system? Well, there are 8 planets in the solar system. You might want to name them later on. Write them all down so you know them. Okay. The question was, well, the hint was in the actual question. I started by saying question number 11, and I stressed the number 11, and I said, how many players are there in a football team? Well, of course, there are 11 players in a football team. Question number 12, what is the fastest land animal? Well, that's a cheetah. A cheetah. Question number 13, how many lives does a cat have? Well, supposedly they have 9, but I think that's just folklore. I think we all know that cats only have 1 life and not 9. Okay. 14. What do you call a group of sheep? Remember I said it sounds like sock? Well, it's a flock of sheep. A flock of sheep. That's what you call a group of sheep. Question number 15. Halfway there. Nala and Simba are what kind of animal? Well, if you've seen The Lion King, you would know that they are lions. Okay? Nala and Simba are lions. Moving down to question 16. What is the slowest animal in the world? So we've got the fastest being a cheetah. What is the slowest animal in the world? Well, it's an animal called the sloth. Okay, the sloth. You might want to Google that and see a picture of what the slowest animal in the world is. They're not very attractive creatures, I'll give you that. They're not at all, but have a look up there. Google the words, Google the animal sloth, and you'll see that they're not very cute. Probably won't want one to have as a pet. Quite boring to watch, I would think, too, being the slowest animal on the planet. Okay. Which country is famous for its canals, Colosseum, and pasta? Well, of course, if you've ever eaten out, gone out to eat with your mum and dad, you'll know that that pasta comes from Italy. So if you've ever been out for an Italian, you'll know that that's the main thing they serve, or one of their delicacies, pasta. I kind of love it myself. So which country is famous for its canals, Colosseum, and pasta is Italy. So that's the answer. Number 18, which country is home to the Eiffel Tower and Disneyland? Well, of course, it's France. Now, here's one that I didn't know, but I do now. What is the smallest country in the world? Well, it's Vatican City. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Number 20. What is the highest mountain in the world? Well, of course, many films have been made about this mountain, and a few people have climbed it, and it's obviously Mount Everest. Mount Everest. Something I'd never be brave enough to attempt. Number 21. What country invented tea? Well, obviously it was China, as the saying goes. Not for all the tea in China. Number 22. What is Elsa's first song called in the first Frozen movie? Well, of course, that's the song Let It Go. And no, I'm not going to sing it for you, but I think it was #1 in the charts at some point. Staying with music, number 23. Niall, Liam, Harry, and Lewis are members of which group? Of course, that's One Direction. Okay, number 24. How many different words are there in the song Baby Shark? The answer is 18. 18 different words in the song Baby Shark. Okay, I gave you a big hint and a big clue for this. What song is sung more than any other song in the world? Well, of course, when it's your birthday, people sing happy birthday to you, don't they? So it's obviously that song, Happy Birthday. Now, I gave you a good clue for this. What is a female swan called? Remember? Flash this in front of you. Yeah, it's a pen. A female swan is called a pen. Number 27. How many legs does an octopus have? Well, anything that starts with octo is 8. It's like an octagon has 8 sides. An octopus has 8 legs. Okay, with number 28, we decided to play true or false, didn't we? And I needed a true or false to this question. A mouse can live up to 10 years. Now, is that a true statement or is it a false statement? Well, if you said true, you'd be wrong because it's actually false. A mouse cannot live up to 10 years. Number 29, is a dolphin a mammal? The answer is yes, a dolphin is a mammal. And the last one, number 30, the question is, it's another true or false. So, is a tomato a fruit? True or false? A tomato is a fruit. Well, if you said true, you'd be right. Yeah. It's a tricky one, that. Yeah, a tomato is indeed a fruit. So you would have got that right. So how did you guys do? I'd love to find out how you did. If you didn't get them all right, like I didn't, then at least you've learned something. I do hope that you enjoyed the session today. I hope you enjoyed the fitness we did to start with. If there's anything you didn't like or anything you couldn't do, I'd appreciate any feedback that I can get from yourselves. And I really hope you enjoyed the quiz. Next time we may do a quiz on specific topics, maybe animals, maybe places, maybe pop orientated quiz. If you have any ideas, just like I said, feedback is always welcome and I can tailor the meetings to your needs, okay? But as an initial one, for the first one, we were flying blind, so I just hope that you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time, okay? So this is Bobby signing off and saying, stay fit, stay safe.